Hi, Steve Ray from Berkshire Real Estate, here with another episode of Park Bench Pittsfield. Today I'm here in the downtown studio of the Hair Studio with Frank Napolitano.
Well,
thanks for having us over today.
thank
Frank.
you. I'm glad to have you come and talk about my business.
So Frank, you have been here for a long time.
Yes.
I'd say you have to be one of the longest running businesses in downtown. How long have you been
I've
there?
been here over 42 years.
42 years in the same
1977.
location.
Yes. Yeah.
So you've seen downtown, and it's up and then it's down.
Yes, I have. Yes.
And what are you seeing today?
I think it's on its way up. There's a lot of people who are interested in investing in Pittsfield, and some companies are coming here, and people are realizing it's a nice area. A lot of culture in this area. We see a lot of retirees coming here to invest, and they like what we're vicinity. We're near Boston, New York, and they like the culture, and so I see it growing myself. I really do.
So 42 years in this business in the same location.
Yes.
There has that says something about your philosophy and your work ethic. Maybe share with everybody what it takes to be in business that long.
Well, it takes a lot of hard work, persistent. You've got to build up your knowledge and your craft. You've got to be updated all the time. You have to be very friendly to your customers. You have to take care of them. You have to weigh on them. You have to make them comfortable in the salon. You have to have a nice environment, working environment. You have to have the place very clean. All these people comment about my salon, and just be really nice to them. And you have to have your skill level up. All the staff that I have here have a very high skill level in what they do, and a lot of background. And so the more knowledge you have, the more confidence it builds in you, and then you're able to make the customer beautiful. And that's our job, to promote their spirit and to make them feel good about themselves. That's what hairdressing is about. And so I'm fortunate to have a good staff now, and we all get along well, and we all really enjoy our craft. We talk about hair color all day long. We just love it.
Now, of course, hairdressing, like any other profession, you can't just go to school and then spend the rest of your life cutting hair.
No, you
there's
can't.
a lot of continuing education and investment in your trade.
That's correct, Steve. Schooling is basically to pass the state board, and so they don't have time to teach you fashion and techniques and new cuts. And I think some hairdressers, when they finish school, that's only the beginning of your career. And I know Sandy tells her client, her staff and students that. So, and it takes about 3 years to develop a serious skill level to satisfy the customer, unless the stylist has a lot of natural talent. But see, you have to learn the rules before you can break them. And there's a lot of technique in our industry. There's a lot of secrets. And now, when I first started, a lot of secrets, people I studied with, they're very famous in New York, they didn't want to share them with me. I had to sit there and just watch. They wouldn't tell me what was going on. So now in our industry, you can pay for it. You can take classes. You can go to New York, LA, and you can pay them money, and they'll teach you all the secrets, and you can be just as good as anybody. And
well, I'm sure in your industry, again, just like the many others, the advancements in the technology's got to be incredible.
Every year it's changing. Yeah, their technology is every year. It's
different ways of doing different
things,
products.
right? And the product level is coming up. They're coming out with products that will link the protein bonds together, and that was unheard of for a long time. So the first year they had this product out, nobody touched it, but now they love it and we do too, because it makes the hair like new. So it's like cement. It glues all those protein bonds together. The hair is beautiful after. So we love it, and our customers love it, and it enables you to do more chemistry, more chemicals to the hair, more color. You can't just keep taking the protein out of the hair. You've got to give back. You've got to put back. So while your job is to color the hair, but you have to take care of the hair at the same time. That's the difference of what other stylists do and what we do, possibly. I mean, it's out there for all stylists to do, and I'm sure they do it. What we like to do is we like to rebuild the hair while we're working on it, and so the client has good hair to work with. So a lot of other stylists are using them too.
There's an actual science to it.
it's a science. These two scientists developed it, and it's quite a breakthrough.
Now,
So-
Frank, on a personal level, you don't hang around Pittsfield all these years without enjoying it outside of work a little bit. What do you do? Do you
Well, I enjoy
favorite restaurants, favorite
I
things
enjoy
to do?
eating out to different restaurants. That's my thing. I love going to restaurants to eat out. My wife and I, we find it relaxing. Obviously, I work a lot of hours. I like what I do. I like to travel a little bit. I don't travel a lot, but I like to go to Boston, New York. I like the cities. I like to go to New York and Boston, back and forth. And I like to, I like to relax. I like to read. I used to like to do photography and music. I have a background in music also.
Right.
So, but I just, at this point, I enjoy building the salon up, especially when I have good help. I enjoy sharing my knowledge with them. They share their knowledge with me. So that's what our industry is going through right now. That's what it's better because we're all sharing our knowledge. And
Well,
so,
Getting back to your business, maybe tell us something that people wouldn't know without you explaining it to them, or aren't aware of what you do.
well, what I do, I studied with some very famous colorists in New York City, Beth Minardi. She's a great educator. I've been with her for over 35 years. So she has this passion for the industry, and she likes to share her knowledge, and she cares about it. So I've been with her, and she supported my color knowledge, and that's why I know what I'm doing, because she shares my knowledge, and after a while you start thinking like her, and so she's helped my craft, a lot.
Now you're
And I'm also
board certified.
I'm also American Board Certified. So I did that about 6 years ago. I said to myself, I want to accomplish something this year. So I've always known about this group. So I decided to take the test. So you have to study 3 months. It's an 8-hour test, and it's held at all the airports in America. They'll have it. I took mine at Logan Airport, and the president of the company is Andre Nikitek. He's from Los Angeles, and he really cares about the industry. And he realizes that we need to have some standards and where people can go where they're strictly chemistry, non-generic. It's not owned by Redken. There's no products involved. It's just pure chemistry and technique. So he puts you through a series of 3 separate exams within the 8 hours, and you have to score a certain level. If you don't pass one of them, you can take it over. We take it over, and
That's
so
a great credential.
it's a really good test for yourself to see where you fall in things. It doesn't test maybe your creativity, but it tests your skill level, and it helps you with your speed, and also helps you with a psychological part of the exam, how to handle a client. You never put down another hairdresser. You always say, you don't. There's certain things that you do and you don't do, which was really, it's quite an exam. It really, it was a lot of work. I mean, you have to study 3 months before you take it, but.
Now, the other thing I want to point out, I
What's
know
that?
you don't talk about it a lot,
What?
but you provide a service that's
That's right.
very much in need.
I provide a wig service, and I have been doing that for over 35 years. So I have a private room, and it's a service that I learned when I worked in New York City for a famous hairdresser on 57th Street. I took care of his wigs from Italy, and I was studying with him, and I had to take care of his wigs. So now I have this talent and this technique and knowing how to handle wigs. So there's a need in our area for wigs for medical issues, obviously, and also hair loss issues. So I have a private room, and I enjoy doing it. And so I have the new thing now is toppers. A lot of women are thinning on the top of their head. So that's been really very, very busy lately for the toppers, and it's a beautiful service. And it's nice because you don't have to put a full wig on someone. So just to have a small piece of hair at the top of your head and match it perfect, and they clip it on, and they just love it. So that's a new service.
So
But
2020, new service, thinning hair for
2020
women.
For women, right? And there's also some new products that are coming out through my friend Beth Minardi. She's working on researching some things that you can put on your scalp to help hair loss. And so she knows a lot of chemists in our industry, and so it's nice when you associate with people that really have a passion for the industry, and they know the chemists. So I'm fortunate that I've been with her so long, because I know she's good, and she's just genuinely honest, and she's a great person, and so she's working on a lot of things. So we can keep updated via other great stylists that are in the industry
Great.
who care about it, you know, so.
So Frank, for our viewers, how's the best way to get a hold of you?
You can go to my website, frankshairstudio.com, or you can call me at 413-442-6570. You can find me on Facebook, Google Maps, and Instagram.
All of it will be linked below this video, along with a special offer from Frank for first-time customers to come try out the hair studio. Awesome. You won't regret it. Frank, here's to another 42 years.
Definitely, yep, no, thank you very much, Steve.